Hi, lovely people. It's exciting to welcome you again to our YouTube channel. How are you doing? How has your week been? How has your day been? I hope really great, wonderful, blessed, and fulfilling. I hope you're all doing really great. I want to specially, of course, first of all, appreciate God and to thank our old and new subscribers. Thank you for liking. Thank you for sharing. Thank you for your wonderful comments. Thank you for being a part of our YouTube journey. I do not take your love for granted. Thank you, thank you, thank you, and God bless you. All right, for today's video, we'll be looking at Hanoi. So this is, officially welcoming you to Hanoi. Where or what is Hanoi? Hanoi is the capital and second most populous city in Vietnam. That means Hanoi is the capital city of Vietnam, just like Kuala Lumpur is the capital city of Malaysia, and Doha is the capital city of Qatar. Abuja is the capital city of Nigeria, and so on and so on. All right, the name Hanoi, translates to inside the river, as Hanoi is bordered by the Red and Black rivers. As a municipality, Hanoi consists of 12 urban districts, 12 rural districts, and one district level town. Hanoi has the second highest gross regional domestic product of all Vietnamese provinces and municipalities, behind Ho Chi Minh City, which is also known as Saigon. Please enjoy your views. Hanoi is a cultural, economic, education center of northern Vietnam. Of course, that means Hanoi is located in the northern part of Vietnam. As the country's capital city, Hanoi is host to 78 foreign embassies, the headquarters of People's Army of Vietnam, its own Vietnam National University System, and other governmental organizations. Hanoi is also a major tourist destination with 18.7 million domestic and international visitors as at 2022. The city is host to Imperial Citadel of Tam Long, Ho Chi Minh Mausoleum, Hon Kim Lake, West Lake, Bavi National Park near the outskirts of the municipality. Hanoi Hobart area has a wide range of architectural styles, including French colonial architecture, brutalistic apartments typical of socialist nations, disorganized alleys, and tube houses stemming from the city's rapid growth in the 20th century. Hanoi's nickname was first the City of the Soaring Dragon, but later it got changed to the City of Peace. So the nickname for Hanoi is the City of Peace. Is indeed a very peaceful place. Very peaceful, very serene, very homely, and very safe. I can attest to that. So Hanoi is a landlocked municipality in northern region of Vietnam. Like I said earlier, situated in Vietnam's Red River Delta. According to Mastercard's 2019 report, Hanoi is Vietnam's most visited city, the 15th in Asia Pacific, with 4.8 million overnight international visitors in 2018. Hanoi is sometimes dubbed the paradise of the East for its French influences. So Hanoi is a popular tourist destination. The tourist destination in Hanoi are generally grouped into two main areas. There's the old quarters and there's the French quarters. Where the view right now is the old quarters. So the old quarters is the northern half of Hong Kim district with small street blocks, alleys, traditional Vietnamese atmosphere. Most streets in the old quarters, have names signifying the goods, the local merchandise, and all that they specialize in. While the areas called the French quarters are the government area in Bac Dinh district and the south of Ho Kim district. Both areas have distinctive French colonial style villas and broad tree lined avenues. Please enjoy your views. So, like I said earlier, on the 16th of July 1999, the United Nations Educational, Scientific and Cultural Organization UNESCO presented the title City for Peace to Hanoi because the city met the following criteria: exemplary action against exclusion and in support of the dialogue between communities, exemplary urban action, exemplary environmental action, exemplary action to promote culture in the field of education and especially civic education. So Hanoi is the only city in Asia Pacific that was granted this title. Hanoi is such a beautiful, yeah, it might look a little bit laid back, but it's a very homely, serene, and beautiful place. For me, so if you visit Vietnam and you're looking for the bubbling kind of place, you go to Ho Chi Minh City, also known as Saigon. If you're looking for the homely, serene, kind of environment, Hanoi is the place to be. Please enjoy your views. Okay, so Hanoi is, when you go through Hanoi, you see the French and Chinese influence. But despite centuries of French and Chinese influence, Hanoi is a city that is wholly and proudly Vietnamese. Okay, but its layered history is everywhere you look, from the old quarters with the French colonial buildings to the more than 600 temples and pagodas around the city. You get right to the history of the city at sight. You know, it's such a beautiful place. There are beautiful places, independent art galleries, boutique shops, trendy cafes. You find the Hokim Lake with a wonderful history. You find the West Lake. You find just a lot of beautiful places when you go around Hanoi. It's also important to know that the first institution of learning in Vietnam was founded in Hanoi in the 11th century. 900 years later, the first Western-styled university in Vietnam were also founded in Hanoi. The city is one of the leading centers of scientific study and research in the country. Hanoi retains most of its older charms of bygone eras despite the battles that had raged over it, conflict that had side effects of making it obviously oblivious to modern architecture. And as a result, few buildings in the city center areas are higher than 5 stories. The old quarter is second, to Hanoi for uninterrupted stretches of colonial and pre-colonial architecture. As you walk along the streets in Hanoi, you find people talking to you. It's a natural norm there, in Vietnam generally, to interact with strangers. So they might ask you questions, where are you from, and all of that. You know, it is not because they want to rob you or something, but they just like to converse, to have conversations with strangers. And the truth is that at one point or the other, you might find that friendliness extremely helpful. Please enjoy your views. All right, so getting along Hanoi, as is popular with Vietnam and Thailand especially, is not, Malaysia is totally different. But within Hanoi, Vietnam, and as I said, Thailand also, basically there are many options to get around the town. You know, the options include taxis, buses, motorbikes. But the commonest, like I said, within Thailand and Vietnam is motorbikes. But when I got to Malaysia, I noticed it's a different thing altogether. There are no motorbikes except special, of course, personal bikes. So you can go to virtually everywhere in Vietnam, virtually everywhere in Thailand on a motorbike, as it were, within each city, within each, environment. So to move around Hanoi, there's an extensive bus network around the city at a very low cost. But if you don't want to join the bus, you can grab a motorbike. It will take you around, and of course there are buses that are available for city tours, at a very affordable rate. So one of the most popular attractions in Hanoi is the 36th Street Hanoi, which is also known as Hanoi Old Quarters. It gives a glimpse into the traditional Vietnamese life. Even though the streets are narrow, well preserved colonial culture, but it's a place to visit. There are ancient temples that give visitors, a view into the ancient histories and all of that. So one of the reasons why Hanoi is so famous is that the city is renowned for its iconic landmarks, stunning architecture, vibrant culture, and delicious street food. If you are a lover of street food, you will generally love Thailand and Vietnam. Unfortunately, I have a little problem with street food. I tried it and I had a little bit of food poisoning. So, you know, as my normal nature is, wherever I travel, don't forget, for me, traveling, I'm not traveling primarily for leisure. My travel is for work. Like Vietnam, Thailand, I went on a work visa because we had work to do. Okay. So that's why most of the time when I travel, I rent or I stay in apartments, where I can actually prepare my own meals most of the time because I have a very sensitive stomach. So, but generally, I get to see them enjoy the street food. It's so lovely to watch. They gather around, everybody eats freely with an open mind. If you're passing by, you'll be invited. Please come and join us. They gather together to drink tea. They gather together, while they're eating, as you can see right now, just in groups, enjoying themselves. It's just such a beautiful place, with a unique culture. Please enjoy your views. So these are all virtual parts of the old quarters. When we get to the French quarters, I'll let you know again. But the political center of Vietnam, which is in Hanoi as a capital city, is in Ba Ding. Has a high concentration of Vietnamese government headquarters, including the Presidential Palace, the National Assembly Building, and several ministries and embassies, most of which used administrative buildings of colonial French Indochina. The French Quarter, which is also, part of the government area, has several French colonial landmarks, including the Hanoi Opera House, the Sofitel Legend Metropole, Hanoi Hotel, National Museum, St. Joseph Cathedral, and lot more. Hanoi is such a beautiful place. Since 2014, it has consistently been voted as the world's top 10 destination by TripAdvisor. It ranked 8 in 2014, fourth in 2015, and 8 in 2016. Also, most importantly, of course, this is also unique to Vietnam and Thailand. Of course, more of Vietnam. Hanoi is the most affordable international destination. I can attest to that. Hanoi is so affordable. The hotels, beautiful apartments at a very affordable rate. And the food, generally, groceries and all of that in Vietnam is very cheap, very affordable. Anybody can live in Vietnam. It's such a beautiful, you won't need to spend so much, even, to shop you won't spend so much. You find designers bags, designer clothes, and very high brand, things, even jewelries at a very affordable rate. Please enjoy your views. All right, so this is welcoming you to Lotte Mall. Lotte Mall is located in West Lake, Hanoi. Lotte Mall is the first mega commercial complex in Vietnam, aiming to become a top destination for the best shopping experience in Asia. Lotte Mall, Westlake is a fresh shopping icon within Hanoi, you know, designed to elevate the experience of shopping for both local residents and tourists alike. Please enjoy your views. So Lotte Mall Westlake distinguishes itself, from other malls with its modern luxury designs that is artfully, blended together to produce three concepts of shopping, relaxation, and nature. So you have in Lotte Mall high-end, fashion brands like Zara, like Chanel, and every other beautiful brand. Also, you have, the Lotte Hotel, L Hotel. You have the Lotte Aquarium. You have the Lotte, cinemas. It's all, you know, array of things put together for your relaxation, for your dining, for your entertainment and shopping experience. Please enjoy your views. So, like I said, there's the largest premium shopping mall in Vietnam, courtesy of Lotte Shopping, which houses the supermarket. There's a Lotte Mart. There is also the five-star L7 hotel. There is also the largest aquarium in Hanoi by Lotte Wall. There's a high-end cinema by Lotte Culture Works. Such a beautiful place all put together for your pleasure. Please enjoy your views. So the Lotte Mall Westlake main facility has 7 expansive floors, home to, a selection of 233 stores, representing a wide spectrum of categories and prestigious brands rather. There is everything for everyone at Lotte Westlake Mall. For children, for youth, for teenagers, for adults, everyone, even for the old. Also, as I said, most importantly, there is a Lotte Wall Aquarium, Hanoi, which covers the first and second basement floors. This aquarium is, set to claim the title of Hanoi's largest aquatic wonder because it has a depth, of 9,000 square meters, housing colossal water tanks filled with 3,400 tons of water. Within its depths, as I said, 31,000 sea creatures representing an impressive 400 species. Such a, truly exceptional. So this is the Lotte Mart in the Lotte Mall, where you can do, shop for your groceries and everything else. Please enjoy your views. Hanoi is such a beautiful place. right, so this is welcoming you to Rosa Hotel. It's such a beautiful place. I think I stayed here for 2 or 3 nights when we first arrived Hanoi. Before I moved to the apartment or the residence where I stayed. It's very affordable, very clean, very serene, you know, very budget friendly. I think that's the right word. Such a beautiful, place. And of course, at the counter, the rate is more expensive as is usual with some places. But when you get to booking.com or trip.com or whatever, you get to, book a place for yourself, and get very wonderful discounted rates. I'm a Genius member on booking.com, so I get very lovely rates. Okay, so if you like traveling or something, I'd like to encourage you to, start using booking.com. After a while, you move from Genius 1 to Genius 2. By the time you get to Genius 3, as a Genius 3 member, there's so many benefits that comes with it that is beyond your imagination. All right, you have a lot of discounted rates and all of that. All right, so this is, a typical view of the West Lake in the morning. Please enjoy your views. West Lake is the biggest freshwater lake of Hanoi, Vietnam, located northwest of the city center. It has a shore length of 17 kilometers, that's 11 miles, and 500 hectares, which is 5 kilometers per square in area. West Lake is the largest lake of the capital city and is a popular place for recreation with many surrounding gardens, hotels, and villas. A small part of West Lake is divided by Tan Ninh Road to form Tubac Lake. Most of the lake is located within Tayo district, which is named after the lake. Okay, so this is the dragon, the beginning point of the West Lake. Please enjoy your views. right, so this is welcoming you to Fraser Suite, Hanoi. Fraser Suite Hanoi is situated in Sarina Tower on Wang Ding Street in the desirable Tayo district, which is also known as West Lake district, because the hotel is actually overlooking the West Lake. So the property is just 10 minutes drive from the old quarters and close to all, to restaurants, supermarkets, medical facilities. It has a total of 280 fully furnished residence, that's service apartments, ranging from studios to duplexes across two tower wings. There is Tower A, which features classic interiors with elegant wood furniture. Tower B opened in 2021, offering 96 contemporary apartments with sleek designs and luxurious bathrooms. It also has 4 restaurants to serve guests, comprehensive facilities including a business lounge, 24/7 fitness center, childcare services that ensures your memorable stay in the Vietnam's capital of Hanoi. Please enjoy your views. So, Fraser Suites Hanoi offers business and leisure travelers the luxury and space, the comfort and relaxation they so desperately desire, because the spacious service apartments are designed to help guests recharge, unwind, and relax. And of course, is located in a very prestigious environment, the city center itself. So this is a restaurant of Fraser Suite Hanoi. This is one of the restaurants, because as we just heard, there are 4 restaurants. All right, so let's briefly tour around Fraser Suites Hanoi. So this is still part of the restaurant. All right, so this is restaurant number 2. It's more of a private, if you don't want to be in the open space with everyone else, it's more of a private, inner restaurant. It's such a beautiful edifice, beautifully, designed hotel. All right, so this is a walkway or the passage that leads to the lobby lounge, the hotel reception, the poolside and all of that. And of course, the lift that leads to the rooms or the apartment. So there's a walkway all the way to the front. Yeah, papers you can read while, having your leisure time. It's so beautiful and so wonderfully designed. So this is the front side. We actually entered from, should I say, the back side, as it were. This is the supposedly front side. So this is the lift that leads to the rooms and all of that. Okay, so this is the major reception area. To the right of the reception is the waiting lounge. From the waiting lounge, you get to this area which has the gym, the pool, and the garden. Please enjoy your views. So this is a swimming pool and the poolside, designed for your comfort and relaxation. Fraser Suite Hanoi is such a beautiful, homely and serene place. Like I said, a greater percentage of the rooms are designed with kitchenettes That means it gives provision for you to prepare your meals and all of that in your room space, whether it is a studio or one bedroom or two bedrooms. It is equipped with microwaves, washing machine, and kitchenette. Such a beautiful place. And if you don't want to cook, there are, like I said, four restaurants. That's also a restaurant, the other side of the restaurant. So Fraser Suites or Fraser Hospitality is a completely designed place for your pleasure. Everything you need is within one space. You understand that better when we get to the other side. Like I said earlier, it's in a tower where you have the Gourmet. That's a mini mart where you can shop. This is a playground, I think, for children, where you can shop and all of that. So you shop, you cook, you rest, you dine, you wine. It's a complete place. All right, so where we are going to now is the waiting lounge. As you arrive and you have to wait for your room to get ready or all that, you are offered tea. And the unique thing about Fraser Suites in Hanoi is that there are tea facilities 24/7. That's at every time when you get to the waiting lounge, there is always tea for you. You can serve yourself. There are cups, it's already mixed. If you want the coffee, if you want the tea with milk or without milk, everything is already provided. So Fraser Suites Hanoi is such a beautiful edifice. This is the front view, and we are heading to the Annam Gourmet. I told you earlier, it's a supermarket within the same premises. Please enjoy your views. So this is Sarina Tower, which consists of a luxury service apartment Fraser suite, the Serena Shopping Center. Sarina Tower has an office floor, you know, it has, retail shops and offices. In third floor space, is a retail center, office space with large terrace and beautiful gardens. An anchor office tenant, Anam Gourmet, Highland Coffee, and all of that is a complete, you know, complex with large office floor, beautiful gardens, and of course, the Fraser suite. Please enjoy your views. All right, so this is Afro Mini Mart. Like I said earlier, whenever I travel to places, I like to cook myself. So what I do is most of the time, because I'm a Nigerian, of course, I try to look for African shops where I can buy, Nigerian groceries, Nigerian food items. So when I got to Hanoi, I asked questions. I checked online on Google, and I got the name Afro Minimart. So I got there. I was excited. I could buy gari, I could buy yams. They are not very cheap though, but I was excited that I was, of course, able to get somewhere I could buy things that I actually needed. Please enjoy your views. this is welcoming you to Hokim Fountain. Hokim Fountain is adjacent to Hokim Lake in Hokim. Hokim is one of the four original urban districts of Hanoi, the capital of Vietnam. It is named after the scenic Hokim Lake. Of course, the lake is in the heart of the district and serves as the focal point of the city's public life. The majority of tourist attractions in Hanoi are also located in this district. Please enjoy your views. So Ho Kim is a downtown and commercial center of Hanoi. Most of the largest Vietnamese public corporations and bank headquarters are located here. Okay, even though the central government offices are located in Ba Tinh district. The Hanoi Metropolitan People's Committee is located on Ding Tan Hang Street, adjacent to Ho Kim Lake. It's such a beautiful place. Of course, this is called the French Quarters. Please enjoy your views. All right, so in a short while, we are going to be viewing the Ho Kim Lake. The Ho Kim Lake, also known as Sword Lake, is famous for its legend of, Emperor Lehoi returning a magical sword to the golden turtle god. Hence the name of the lake is the Lake of the Returned Sword. At a point, the lake was called Greenwater Lake, that's Lotor, but in the 15th century, during the Ming Dynasty occupation, Leroy, a Vietnamese hero, led a rebellion and was given a magical sword by the Dragon King in the water to defeat the invaders. After successfully driving out the Chinese, Leroy rather returned the sword to the golden turtle god who emerged from the lake. To commemorate this event, Leroy renamed the lake Hon Kim, meaning Lake of the Returned Sword. So in this lake, there are key features and landmarks. One, the Turtle Tower, a small tower on the ice lake of the lake linked to the legendary, golden turtle god. There is the Temple of the Jade Mountain, that's Nok Sun Temple, a temple located at the Lake Asle near the other side. We will soon see that. There's a turtle, soft shell turtles, either of the species named Rafetus Sonny, in honor of the emperor who had sighted it in the lake for many years. Of course, the last known turtle died January 19, 2016, but there are still three remaining turtles of that species within the lake. Please enjoy your views. So the surrounding area of the lake is a vibrant mix of traditional and French colonial architecture. I remember, the first time I visited Vietnam, that's about 2 years ago, and my boss had to celebrate his birthday. We took him to a Chinese restaurant just, adjacent, or should I say opposite or adjacent to the lake. So there are a lot of very classy Chinese and French restaurants and eateries around the area that makes it a center of, tourist attractions. Please enjoy your views. All right, also here, Hanoi City Tour, there are some companies that for just 100,000 Vietnam dong or Vietnamese dong, you can talk for 1 hour. There are prices this for 2 hours, for 3 hours. Basically, they take you around the town and show you different places at a very affordable rate. All right, so this is the entrance to the um, temple that is inside or on top of the Hokim Lake. You can go in, but to go into the real temple itself, there is a fee. You must pay a certain ticket charge. So I did not, really find it necessary to enter the temple, of course, based on my beliefs. But you're allowed to walk around and just look at the whole environment because it's a tourist attraction, it's a tourist destination. So if you go in through this entrance, you see, some stunning, beautiful things about the Vietnamese history. It's so beautiful to watch. The Hokkien Lake's history is such a fascinating tale intertwined with Vietnamese culture. It has, it was, the story it came up in the 15th century, but with its rich history and tranquility in beauty and all of that, the way it's so uniquely designed, it has now become a highly cherished, symbol of Hanoi and not to be missed attraction in any of your Hanoi travel, itinerary. So there are beautiful pictures of things that have happened, around the Hanoi Lake and wonderful history. All right, so if you don't have the ticket to enter into the Buddha temple and all of that, you cannot cross the red. There's a red bridge that you cross. You show your ticket here and you cross through this door onto the Hawk Bridge. The red bridge is called the Hawk Bridge. The bridge is regarded as a symbol of the sun god, and its name means where sun beams on the early morning. The bridge is made of wood painted in red, shaped in a curved form. So beautiful. All right, so enter the temple. Children under 15 years is free. Students 15,000 Vietnamese dong, and adults 30,000 Vietnamese dong is the ticket approved. All right, so this is another major historical site in Hanoi. What is written there means 70th anniversary of Hanoi's liberation. After many years of war and all of that, on the morning of October 10, 1954, Hanoi was radiant with flags and flowers, filled with joy as the Liberation Army marched through the city gates, marking the end of a 9-year-long resistance against the French colonization. This moment was not only a source of pride for the people of Hanoi, but a symbol of unity and resilience for the entire Vietnamese nation. So on the 10th of October, they celebrated 70 years of their liberation from, French colonization, and of course, I think America too, and all of that. It's such a rich cultural, it has such a rich cultural heritage. The truth is that in reality, every nation, every country has a unique history that for me I find very interesting. So whenever I visit a place, I try to find out what the history about the place is. All right, so this is Bading district, and this is gradually welcoming you to Lota Center. There's one in Westlake called Lota Mall, but the one in Bading district, as you can see, is called Lota Center. This also has the Lota Hotel, the Lota Departmental Store, and the Lota Mart. Of course, the hotel also has a resident part of it. Please enjoy your views. So Lotte Center, Hanoi, is a skyscraper located in Bading District, Hanoi. It was completed on the 2nd of September 2014. The tower has 65 floors. Okay, the center features a modern architectural style designed by Callison, an American company. This tower is the third tallest building in Vietnam after Landmark 81 and Hanoi Landmark Tower in Cao District. Lotte Center, Hanoi includes offices, a five-star hotel, a sixth floor departmental store, serviced residence, a van spa, Lotte Mart restaurant, and an observation deck. All right, so from the entrance, it leads us to Lotte Mart. It's such a beautifully designed place. Okay, so to the left, as you get down, we have two banks. There's a bank to the left and there's a bank to the right. But like I said earlier, one of the most unique things about the this Lotte Center Hanoi in Bading is this Hanoi Sky. What does Hanoi Sky mean? It's, a place on the 65th floor named the top of Hanoi, where you can actually get to see the whole of Hanoi, from that height. There's a separate lift that takes visitor up, you know, because it's the topmost floor. But of course, it is not free. It's chargeable. You get the tickets from the observation center. And also at the rooftop there too, there is a bar and mini restaurant. It's such a beautiful place. Please enjoy your views. So on the Lotte Center, you have the residence, you have the offices, you have the workspace, you have the Lotte Mart, you have the Hanoi Sky, you have the hotels and the departmental stores. It's such a, complete place that offers everything in one. You dine, you wine, you shop, you enjoy entertainment, and of course relax. So after purchasing your ticket at the Lotte observation deck, you'll be led through a magnetic door, into the lift that takes you to the topmost floor. It's such a beautiful experience. So Lotte Center is a one-stop shop for clothes, shoes, groceries. I remember I bought some jewelries here, somewhere here at a very affordable price. That's a set of earrings and necklace. Here, yes, actually here. Such, stainless product at a very affordable price. And of course, it's that which is still useful even after 2 years. So it's such a unique place, Lotte Mart. Please enjoy your views. Fresh, quality, and freshness. All right, so Lotte Center is located in the midst of the French Quarters. As I said, the French Quarters is where you have the governmental offices, you have the embassies. So just close to Lotte Center is the Embassy of Australia, and some other governmental offices around. So it's positioned within the French Center. All right, so if you're visiting Hanoi, there are some major places like this to visit. Like I said, the Lotte Center, there's a Lotte Mall, there's also the Ba Vin National Park, one of the most beautiful attractions near Hanoi, ideal for nature lovers looking for escape looking to escape the city's hustle and bustle. Okay, like I said, there's a Ho Kim Lake, which we saw earlier. There's a Ho Chi Minh Mausoleum. This is a commanding construction that was built in 1973 to 1975 to house the embalmed body of Vietnamese greatest political leader Ho Chi Minh. Visitors and Vietnamese queue for hours every morning to pay their respect. You know, admission fee is 35,000 Vietnamese dong. Right, there's also the popular old quarters, you know, comprising of 36 streets where you can shop, buy from artisans and craftsmen, you know, from the Silver Street to Bamboo Street to 60 to Decoration Street. You know, you can shop for virtually everything. I remember I bought some t-shirts within this place at a very quality t-shirt at a very affordable price. And within this area too, you can do, you get to make money exchange at a very wonderful price. There is also Hanoi Opera House, constructed at the turn of the 20th century. This beautiful colonial building is the largest theater in Vietnam. After about 100 years of operation, the theater house was refurbished in 1997 and equipped with the state-of-art facilities. Today, the venue attracts renowned, performers, productions, and musicians. There's a Vietnamese Women Museum, one of the most modern museums in Vietnam, housing a series of excellent exhibitions presenting artifacts, costumes, craft, memos, and photographs from the past 100 years. The museum reveals the pivotal role of the Vietnamese women in their country's history and society. There's also the water puppet performances, for your entertainment. I've never been there, but I learned there is around Ho Kim area actually. There's a temple of literature, you know, which was erected in honor of the philosopher Confucius and his disciples in 1017. In 1076, it became home to Hanoi's first university. The site is one of the oldest in Hanoi and a national symbol of Vietnamese education and architecture. Today, the temple houses 5 courtyards, records of Vietnamese scholars, and statues of tortoise, which were said to bring students good luck in their exams. Admission 30,000 Vietnamese dong. Alright, there's also the St. Joseph's Cathedral, known as Hanoi Cathedral. So, in a whole, suggestion of things to do while you're in Hanoi: one, sample the street food. If your body or your system is adjusted or adapted to street food, you can go through the kitchens or the street of old quarters. You get to see a lot of street food. You can sample them. Two, stroll along the old quarters. Old quarters serves as a sensory overboard. Such a beautiful place. Explore Hanoi's cafe culture. Check out the art scenes and join the locals at Ho Kim Lake. They do a lot of laughing yoga, they do exercise and all of that. All right, so this is welcoming you to the third Agricultural Product and Craft Village Festival 2024 in Hanoi City. The festival held from November 29th to December 3rd in Ho Dik, Hanoi. It attracted about 260 units, of display, introducing, promoting agricultural products and craft village, from 25 district towns and cities in Hanoi. The event is an opportunity to introduce achievements and promote economic development in Hanoi agricultural and rural sector. For different stalls, you see different display of, agricultural products, crafts. It was so fun walking around, and just seeing, what the showcasing of their agricultural products and of course their crafts. It was so much fun to, just going around and watching. Please enjoy your views. There was everything for everyone to eat, you know, and so much to buy, to shop as you go around. Of course, I saw beautiful honey, original natural honey, fresh fruits, dried fruits, whatever you want, as it has to do with agriculture in Vietnam, especially Hanoi, was on display. Please enjoy your views. Alright, so we're gradually coming to the end of this video about the wonderful, historical, and beautiful city of Hanoi. I hope you've learned so much. I hope, I'd like to hear your views about Hanoi in the comment section. Once again, thank you for your patience. Thank you for loving us. Thank you for staying through with us. I really appreciate you. Have a wonderful weekend. God bless you. I love you all. See you in our next video. Thank you for subscribing, for liking, for sharing, and for commenting. I celebrate my family and friends. I celebrate our wonderful community. Bye for now.